Let's forge on ahead. There's one more thing we need to do. We want to remove all completed tasks. So we're going to do that by just having a button down here, a simple affordance to remove the completed tasks. We'll add a button at the bottom, and when that guy is clicked, we'll ask the adapter to remove all the tasks that are in the completed state. And that should be pretty simple to do too. So to accomplish that, we want to add a button to the main XML layout. And when the button is clicked, we'll have the list adapter iterate through and remove all completed tasks. And then again, refresh the list view at the end. So in main XML, I want to add another button. Things get a little bit more complex here because my my remove button needs to sit next to this button at the bottom. So I'm going to paste in some code. Remove button here is the new button we're adding. We want remove content, or I'm sorry, wrap content, and wrap content to be the attributes. We want align parent bottom as well, and we want to use this new layout attribute, layout to right of, and that is going to be layout to the right of this add button. And the string is remove completed tasks, so I'll do that same refactoring dance. I'll just call it remove complete. Give us some space. Select that. Go to refactor Android, extract Android string, remove complete. That's what we want. And now that's in the strings file. Okay, and remember the ID is remove button. So back in view tasks activity, in setup views, which you'll remember is called onCreate, we want to get a reference to that remove button as well. So I can just copy and paste this code and make the relevant changes. We'll call this remove button, and the ID is remove button. Hover over this, add the field, and then we want to set an on-click listener for that guy as well. And I can paste in some code to save some time. Here at the bottom, set on-click listener, view on-click listener, all that we're familiar with last week. And we're going to call this method remove completed tasks, and that will be a protected method in the view tasks activity. So I can hover over here and have that completed, and it will show up down here. Just for housekeeping, I'm going to copy this or cut this and move it up here above setup views because it's how I like to have things organized. Okay, and now remove completed tasks. What we want to do there is just simply tell the adapter to do the work for us. So we'll write a method that we don't yet have. Hover over that, create method, remove completed tasks in the task list adapter. And this is some just standard stuff that you could probably guess at. What we need to do is iterate over the list of tasks that we have, find which tasks are complete, add that task to another list of tasks because the easiest way to remove some set of data from another array list is to use this remove all method on array list, which takes another array list and then removes all items from the second array list from the first array list. And so that will actually remove the tasks that are completed. But remember that we need to, after that, tell all of the data providers, or tell all of any instances of components that are listening to this adapter as a data provider that the data set changed. So I think that should do it. Let me run it and give it a look and see if it's working. So I'm going to add a couple tasks here. Oh, there's one thing I need to do. You can see there at the bottom the button's a little big. So now I've got a couple tasks, which was useless because now I have to restart the application anyway. So one problem here is this add task button is a little too big. So I'm going to come to main.
So it's hiding our other button?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So this is a good indication or a good example of Z order. So the Z order of this task, add task button. That's weird because it's defined below. You know what? I think I completely was wrong when I was talking about this earlier. The Z order is higher as the earlier it's defined in the file. Okay, so I was wrong about that earlier in the class. So these items that are defined higher up in the file are actually at a higher Z order, which is the opposite of what I said at the beginning of the class. Sorry about that. But all we need to do to fix that is say wrap content instead of fill parent.
Is it possible that the Z order is as you stated, but when you said fill parent, it filled it to the left, all the way to the right. The remove complete button is 0 pixels wide, right on the right-hand side of the screen. Therefore, you can't see it.
No, because once I've fixed that fill parent, it works.
The old add task
I see what
button
I read you.
Filling.
You're
and
right.
Used up all the pixels.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Good. See, when I get scared when my code's not working in front of however many people are online, I start to make up solutions that are incorrect. So I was right at the beginning of the class. The Z order does go up as you define things. So what's your name, by the way?
Paul. Paul's
Paul.
solution,
Everybody
yes.
give Paul a round of applause. He saw through what was actually happening. So because add task was set to fill parent, its width was set to fill parent, it spread out along this whole bottom part, and remove complete was set to right of layout to right of add button, and there was no room for it to be laid out to the right, so it's over here in nowhere land, hanging off the side, and that's actually what was happening. Sorry. I got a little confused there, but Paul straightened us out. Thanks, Paul. Okay, so now we have the button set up like we want. There. And we'll add another task, and we'll say thank Paul is complete because we just did that. And we'll say remove complete, and it's gone.
Yay.
It works. 2 minutes to spare.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry, it got a little rushed there at the end, but that middle one that took so much time, there really was a lot that we had to do before we could actually see some stuff, but hopefully it made sense. And if it didn't, we'll take some questions, and if those don't answer your questions, a further review of the code should allow you to understand a little bit better, and you can ask questions on the forum, and I'll try to help out there. So that's what we've done so far.